The Marketing Monsters Academy is proud to be hosting this program on the Lawea channel. The Marketing Monsters Academy provides business marketing strategies for introverts and invisible coaches, consultants, and virtual assistants. Hi there, I'm Kim Gray. And in episode 1, we introduced you to our 5 monsters and how they keep us up at night. In this episode, we are going to connect the monsters to the top 10 reasons why online businesses fail and give you some tips so that you can avoid these issues. On episode 3, we'll focus on 15 easy strategies you can use to kick these monsters to the curb and increase your confidence. So let's start out with a review of why online businesses fail. And I believe the root of the problem is a lack of confidence. If your years of experience have been as an employee, you know the company that you worked for took care of marketing and bringing work to your desk, and all you had to do was show up and deliver services. But as an entrepreneur, you have to wear a lot of hats that you have little experience wearing. No wonder we get overwhelmed. Whether you're starting a new business or have been operating for years, your confidence has been and will be zapped in one way or another. Let's briefly review how each monster zaps our confidence. Rennie, our procrastination monster, zaps our confidence with launching anything until it's perfect. Faye, our networking monster, zaps our confidence in showing up and attending large events. Gabby, our online presence monster, zaps our confidence and convinces us that all we need is a website. Avery, our technology monster, zaps our confidence when we have a lot of systems but no experience with how to set them up or how to use them. And then Gerke, our growth monster, zaps our confidence in believing we are too small to attract the right joint venture partners. Any of them sound familiar to you? So today we're going to move on and discuss the top 10 reasons that online businesses fail, and notice the monsters that I've associated with those reasons. We're going to start with reason number 1, lack of business knowledge, basic business knowledge. Advances in technology and online services have made it easy for almost anyone to open an online business. However, not having a general knowledge of basic business terms or how a business operates will zap your confidence quickly. Running an online business isn't as simple as subtracting your expenses from your profits. If you aren't aware of how to run a business, I recommend that you look for a business course, find a trusted partner, or hire a virtual assistant with the experience in your target industry. There will always be a few entrepreneurs who are able to dive in and learn as they go, but don't assume that that will be your success. You need to focus on running your business and not learning how to run it, so get some help. Reason number 2, a lack of defined business entity or business identity. It's hard to differentiate yourself from others unless you have a unique kind of theme or a unique purpose. And you should be able to define your business identity by answering a few questions. What am I offering? Why is it desirable to my customers? Who is my customer? How does what I offer benefit my customers? And what are my short and long-term goals? Now I'm going to hang here for a minute because I want you to write these questions down because answering them is going to be vital. So we're going to pause here for just a few seconds and give you time to write these down. Okay, we're going to move on. So if you can't answer those questions, it could be because you aren't confident with them. I'd like you to take the time to answer the questions. And when you do, you'll see how you fill in the gap between wants and needs. Not only your wants and needs, but your target audience's wants and needs. These answers will also help you to write the website copy and find specific keywords to optimize your site, or at least you'll have the answers to share with your webmaster. Okay, reason number 3, no business goals. Many online businesses fail because they don't have any goals or expectations outside of making money. Without one or more goals, you won't know what you're striving to achieve. You won't have a clear direction and may never do the right things in the right way at the right time, which is so important. It can save you time and money. Winging it and flying by the seat of your pants is a bad idea, and it will burn you out and frustrate you to no end. What you need are some very specific goals beyond making money. Set SMART goals and start small. Being realistic. Once a small goal is met, you can set a new one or a bigger goal. Most importantly, you need to build your confidence by setting yourself up for small wins along the way and celebrate. Reason number 4, not learning important skills or concepts. There are major players in your industry that will give you a run for your money, so to speak. How you stay competitive is to learn the new concepts, terms, and skills within your industry. You may say, how do I do that? Well, the best way I know is to learn about thriving in your industry, investing in your professional development, reading guides, articles, blog posts, anything that others that are industry leaders are providing, or even marketing companies. They can provide invaluable advice on trends in creating products, marketing to your audience, and such. Learn from those who are already doing it or have done it so that you too can be successful. Reason number 5 is heavy competition. Another reason online businesses fail. Because there are so many online businesses offering the same services as you or with a similar business model, it can be very difficult to differentiate yourself. And that's why it's so important to have a USP or a unique service proposition. If you want to beat your competition, you need to identify their weaknesses or gaps in service and take advantage of them. That may be the great way for you to provide a service or that they don't. So here are two mindsets or ways of thinking that I want you to avoid. Avoid thinking that the market is saturated and people already have the services they need. They don't. Otherwise, everyone would be just fine. And two, avoid thinking that what you provide has never been done. What you want to do is provide similar services with a twist, and that's where your uniqueness will come in. Keep a close watch on what your competition is doing, even as your business grows and thrives. Follow them on social media, get on their opt-in list, and attend their workshops. Do what we as introverts do naturally, build relationships. So here's reason number 6. Your website is lacking in SEO and nobody can find you. SEO, or search engine optimization, is a crucial component of any website. Trust me when I say that it is still a foreign language for me, which proved to be a confidence zapper, because if I don't know how to do it, then it probably is not going to get done, right? But let me share that SEO refers to a few ways that your website is optimized to rank highly in search results. This is so important. If Gabby is saying you just need a great website, that you need to not listen to that. Having a great website is wonderful. But here are some common ways that a site can be optimized using keywords, keyword-rich intent, internal and external links, and the presence of tags. Okay, I understand it's a foreign language. This is not something we're used to hearing about. But I just want to be honest. You can't ignore SEO or rank highly in searches just because you have a great website with great products or services. Without an SEO strategy, it will be difficult to rank high in search engines or get on page 1 for words that associate with your business. If you don't identify what those keywords are that people use to find folks like you, then they'll never see you. I recommend doing what I did. Find a webmaster with experience in SEO and get them to help you with understanding how to optimize your website. Without this help, you may find yourself among the 90% that fail because nobody can find them. Okay? All right, reason number 7, no social media presence. I work with a lot of introverts who do not have a social media presence or even understand how to leverage their social media presence. So marketing is not an event that you launch when you need new business or when you're putting out a new product. Marketing is a critical business operation that we use to draw in new customers and provide a consistent online presence. And when you're consistently online, then people remember who you are versus that moment when you feel you need to jump out and market for a special promotion. As an online business, you must, M-U-S-T, must create this online presence where you share information consistently. It draws traffic to your site and it positions you as an expert of the go-to person for help. Who's the go-to person you want to be known as? You don't have to be everywhere, but you do need to show up and hang out where your target market is. Having a consistent schedule of posts on your social media profile and in the social media channels where your target market hangs out will keep you visible. The marketing rule is 80-20, which means you want to share information, inspiration, and educational posts 80% of the time and promotional posts 20% of the time. So let's just say we're going to have 10 posts a month. 8 of those posts should be around information, inspiration, education, and 2 of the posts can be promotional. Okay, do you understand the concept there? So just be careful that you're not doing it the flip way and doing 80% promotional and 20% educational, informational, and inspirational. All right, so you want to give more than you get, but you do want to provide that 20% of promotional postings about what you're doing and offering in your business. So here's reason number 8. No original or helpful content. This is so funny because you don't want to just put somebody else's words out there, somebody else's content. You absolutely need to be able to position yourself as an expert. Customers rely on content to determine whether or not your business is worth their attention and investment, right? So you're going to have to share some of your nuggets of truth with them. Set yourself apart from the competition by acting as a source of original content that's helpful or interesting to your target audience. Make sure you share your original content, not from someone else. So let me give you an example. Helpful content would be tips around how to organize your office. Interesting content is facts and statistics around, let's say, keeping wellness, if you're a wellness coach. Interesting information is around a certain type of dilemma, okay? And helpful content is how to overcome it. So that's what you want to be looking at. Think about your business in a way that says, what could I share that would be helpful, and what could I share that would be interesting? Sometimes we can be overwhelmed because we lack confidence in how to write. Well, when I get my writer's block, I use PLR.me. And that website, that service provides all kinds of private label right material, which says I purchase it, I can modify it, and put it back out as my own. The PLR content helps me to jumpstart my content writing, and then I customize it for my target audience of women introverts. You should look for ways to outsmart your competitors because by everything you write or provide, you want to make sure that it's helpful and valuable, and it's not just creating noise or filling up space online. Okay. Reason number 9, lack of maintenance. I've heard it said that time in unforeseen circumstances affects us all. And I also know if you don't stay on top of your business systems, they will fail because they're either out of date, right? You didn't get the current version. Somewhere, somehow, if you're not staying on top of that, your systems will crash. And I want you to avoid that. I also want you to listen to your computer when it tells you or gives you the feeling it's not operating at its best. So for instance, once your website is up and running, woohoo, raise a flag, piece of cake, glass of wine. You may think your job is over, but it's just beginning. Do not get rid of your webmaster if you're not going to be willing to do what they did for you. Get on a retainer or you want to be able to get back in touch with them on an annual basis or anytime you need to make changes. If it's not going to be you or your VA, stay in touch with your webmaster. Internet trends and technologies are constantly changing. and your website is going to need regular maintenance to keep it looking and performing at its best. So your webmaster should be keeping your site updated on a regular basis. At a basic level, you can learn how to schedule time to check that all your links and buttons still work as intended. If you're not comfortable doing that, then that's another reason why you want to either have a VA or keep your webmaster in your pocket. Without regular site checkups and upkeep, you run the risk of losing your place in the market because your website will crash. And when it does that, it delays, it, it impacts whether or not you're online today, which could result in a loss of business opportunities. Okay, so make sure you stay up to date with your operating systems, your software, and your security utilities. If they send you a notice and letting you know that it's time to update, upgrade, then you need to go ahead and do that. And our last reason, number 10, is no support system. Now, many online business owners believe they can manage the operation of their business alone. But again, remember, if you lived your life as an employee and you were never a support person, this misconception can lead to closing your doors due to the overwhelm with systems, processes, and operating procedures. Depending on the industry in which you operate, there are back office systems and customer service procedures you will need help with managing, or at least knowing what's that. What is it that your industry uses? You don't need to run out there for the fastest and newest thing that's up there. You want to find the systems that have been around for a while, that have great customer service, and that will allow your business to grow into it. So buying into something that has this huge opportunity, but if right now you need something basic, then get a system that allows you to be basic and then has room for growth. And then find reputable, experienced online assistants who are keen in your industry and can help you set up your foundations so that your doors stay open and your business keeps thriving. Well, let's review what we discussed today. Get your pencils out and write these down. We discussed the 10 reasons why 90% of online businesses fail and the 10 tips that you can use to avoid them. So here are the 10 tips. Write them down and choose which one you'll work on first. Then move on to the next. Don't overwhelm yourself with thinking you have to do them all, but you pick out which one maybe you feel the most comfortable doing. Get that done and come to the next. I'm going to hold here for a minute to give you time to write these down. Of course, you can always pause the tape and do that too. I want to thank you again for tuning in. And in our next episode, number 3, we'll discuss 15 easy strategies you can use to kick these confidence zapping monsters to the curb. Feel free to reach out and learn more about the Marketing Monsters Academy on our website at myfirstcoachingclient.com. Find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And come on over to Anchor FM and listen in on our podcast. Take the Marketing Monsters quiz and get tips for kicking your monsters to the curb with grace and style, and we'll see you next time.